It is once again that we have been blessed by the God of heaven to be here on this morning. Good to have all those who are able to come out to be with us on this Lord's Day. If you are visiting with us, I want you to know that you are our guest and we are happy to have you here on today. Let us continue to pray for those who are still traveling. Brother Freeman called me to know he wouldn't be here this morning. Him and his family are out today. But let's keep them in your prayer that God will bless us and that they'll be back with us shortly. So related that some things and some people you can't replace them. And Brother Bird asked me this morning, said, Brother, what we're going to do? Brother Tristan is leaving us. Brother Tyler is leaving us. and we thank God for those young brothers. And one thing Brother Bird and I let them know, we will come to Atlanta. We'll drive down, Tristan. Don't be surprised. You look up, you'll see us. We'll come. And Tyler, he's in Kentucky. So Charlotte, let's pray for him. We looking for a church home there in Kentucky that he can attend. We taught them, we continue to talk about it. When you leave home, you still don't leave God. There we go. Regardless of where you be. There we go. I remember being in Aberdeen and preaching down there in Monroe County, and the sister came to me and she said, Brother Hamp, I'm leaving. I said, where you going? She said, I'm on my way to Germany. My husband's stationed there, and that's where I'm going to be at. I said, make sure you stay with the Lord. About 2 or 3 weeks, a month later, she called me. I found the Church of Christ in Germany. So I'm telling you. So where we go, hopefully there's a Lord church there. And I thank Brother and Sister Parker for what they did with Tristan. And I know they had to see him go. Because we had to see him go. But Mom wanted to be hopefully that she'll continue to encourage him to stay with the Lord. We let them know that they got to come back to visit with us, and they said they will come back. They will come back. They'll be back to visit with us. This morning we're going to talk about too many. Now, it's very rare that you will find where there's too many. But sometimes it happens. Sometimes we have too many. Sometimes you pull into a gas station, get some gas, and you look at that line, it's so long. And you say, no, there's too many people here. I'm not going to go on somewhere else. And even sometimes when we go out to lunch, now we go out quite often every Sunday, we all put the together, go out to lunch. Sometimes we go to a restaurant, and when we get to the restaurant, the line all outside the door, we say, oh, it's too many. We leave, go somewhere else. So sometimes in life there'll be too many. And we can't do anything good without too many. And I want everybody to know, husband and wife, so many times in life we have too many bosses in one house. It ain't going to work. Too many people trying to be the boss and telling everybody what to do. It's just unreal. As a boy coming up, my mom used to tell me, she said, look, ain't but one boss in this house. This your dad, then when he's not, he on the boss. But sometimes in houses we have too many bosses. I mean, you have mom and dad and the children want to be the boss. Even sometimes grandchildren want to boss. And things don't work. But I want you to know the Apostle Paul said that the head of the woman is the man. It's the man's responsibility to make sure things are done right in his family. And so, brother, sometimes we ask God for things, and God has already given us what we need. It wouldn't make sense for me to pray to God for something God already gave me. If God tell me, say, brother, look, you the head of your house, I shouldn't pray to God to figure out who the head is. I should already know that. So if you're the man of the house and you're supposed to be the head of this house, you're supposed to be the head of this family, you got to sit down and talk to your wife and let her know, look, we got to be together. We got to stay on the same accord. We can't allow our children to tell us what to do. Amen. See, too many bosses sometimes don't work. But we're going to look at a picture in the Bible that lessons for yours today, because God himself said it was too many. Now, when God says too many, it's too many. And there's a lot of things that God said I'm not going to do. Why? Because it's too many. Now, you listen to reading our hearings, the children of Israel, they were leaving Egypt, they were going across the wilderness, and God had brought them through, and God said, look, don't forget me. When you go in your house that you build, don't forget me. When your livestock have produced and multiplied, don't forget me. When your vineyard and your olive garden trees have produced, don't forget me. Sometimes we think the more we have, the better it is. But sometimes we don't understand there's a consequence go with a large number. See, everybody that left Egypt didn't leave Egypt for any good. A lot of people left Egypt just to start some trouble when they left. Even though a lot of people left Egypt, but everybody didn't leave Egypt for any good, a lot of people want to start some trouble. I want you to look at in the book of Judges, for the Lord, and we're going to go slow this morning, not going to be long, but I want you to notice that sometimes it's just too many. And whenever there's too many, God is not going to do what God can do. Because it's too many. In the book of Judges, chapter 7, and I want you to notice something, verse number 1, and we're going to look at what the Bible says. Because we all got to understand that God knows more about how things ought to be done than we know. I know everybody would love to have just a big crowd. Too many people. But faithfulness is more better than having a large number. You can have a whole lot of people, but if nobody ain't faithful to God, what good is the number? So we're going to look at something. In the book of Judges, chapter 7, notice verse number 1, for Lord, know what the Bible says.
Then Zerubbabel, who is Gideon.
Now the Bible says Zerubbabel, that's the same person known as Gideon. Notice what happened.
And all the people that were with him.
All the people that were with him. I mean, he had a crowd of people. Gideon getting ready to go out to the battle. He going out to war, but he got a number of people with him. All right, know what the Bible says.
Rose up early and pitched beside the well.
They got up early. And everybody getting ready to go out. All right?
So that the host of the Midianites were on the north side of
you got the Midianites on one side.
By the hill of Morah.
All right. Go ahead, read.
And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into the
You got to think one out to fight the Midianites. Any general, anybody that had any military experience will tell you the more people we got, the better chance we have winning.
Right.
That's what people think. That's how you will look at things. We need everybody. But sometimes we don't need everybody. You know, even sometimes when we get together here to do a project, have to clean up around a bit, you know, sometimes we don't need everybody. Because sometimes everybody that comes, they don't do no work. I mean, sometimes people that come just stand around and talk, keep other people on working. So, you know, sometimes we don't need everybody, but you got a few people that come here and work. That's good enough.
Right.
So here God is, he's telling, look, it's too many. What Gideon had done, he had got all the people together, and I'm going to tell you, Gideon had an army. He had 32,000.
Yes.
He got 32,000 people. That's how he thought that the army should be. That's how many people he wanted, 32,000. Then when he come out, God said, wait a minute. We got too many.
All right.
See, there were some people that's supposed to go to war no way. If you had just built a house and you had dedicated your house, you should be in the war. You're supposed to stay at home. If you just got married and everything, you're supposed to go to war. Stay at home. But no doubt, you got people in there, 32,000, they just got a house built, they ain't dedicated, they just got married, they there, so all of them is supposed to be there no way. And God told him, there's too many. I don't know how many Mennonites were, but give us a proper thought. We got a good number. We got 32,000. So we're going to go out and we're going to fight against them. But notice what the Bible said.
Lest Israel vaunt themselves against me.
See, too many people, God said, they'll think we don't need God. They will feel like we've done it with our own power, our own strength, our own might. But God is saying too many.
Yes.
Go ahead and read and know what it said.
Mine own hand hath saved me.
All right.
Now therefore go to, proclaim in the ears of the people, saying,
Saying,
whosoever is fearful and afraid.
if you are scared.
All right.
See, you don't need people that are scared going out and fight.
That's right.
Because no sooner the battle get a little heated, they're going to get scared, they're going to want to run, and sure, if one person started running, somebody else going to run.
Yeah.
So what God is saying, look, if they are fearful, if they are afraid, you don't need that person.
Yes.
You need somebody to stand when this battle is not going good. You need people to stand when things are bad. See, sometimes when the church is going good, everybody's all right. But then though some things get bad, somebody want to leave and go somewhere else. And if trouble don't follow you wherever you go, it doesn't matter where you go, somebody has some problem regardless where it's at.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times, we always think they drag drain over yonder. We get over there, people drag, ain't no draining water back here. I mean, you want to come, I mean, we got to be consistent, do things right. Here it is. God said that's too many. Because they'll think that they did it by themselves. Go ahead, read.
Whoever is fearful and afraid, let him return
If
and
you're
depart
fearful,
early
you're afraid, go early. Get up, go back home.
from Mount Gilead.
All right?
And there returneth of the people 22,000.
Now, 22,000 was either afraid, or else they were fearful, or else they were scared. 22,000 went back.
All right.
Gilead, his armor was 32,000. Now God said we're going to send 22 of them going back. So you got 10,000 left.
Yes.
You done left from 32,000 down to nothing but 10,000. You know, a lot of people would have been questioning Gilead saying, what in the world are you doing?
Right.
Can't you see how many people we done lost? Look at all these people, they done left here, and we need everybody we can get, and you 22,000 gone. But somebody, I want you to know, that's how he would see it. I might see it, or you might see it, but that ain't what God sees. And everything needs to be done God's way.
Yes.
Notice what happened. The Bible says 22,000 return, get up early, and went back home. Go ahead, read.
And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people are yet too many.
We ain't got but 10,000, and God said we still got too many.
Yes. All right.
Can you imagine having a church building with 22,000 people seated in this balcony everywhere? 22,000. Then all of a sudden you lose down to 10,000. And then somebody come and tell you, say, look, y'all got too many still. We done left from 32,000 down to 22,000. Now we down to 10,000. And God said we still got too many. But notice what happened.
Bring them down unto
God
the
said, I
water.
got to prove them. We got to prove them and see who we need to keep, who we need to send home. Bring them down
To the water.
to the water.
And I'll try them for you there.
God said, I'm going to test them, I'm going to try them, and I'm going to see who we're going to keep and who we're going to let go. Go ahead and read it, know what it says.
And it shall be that of whom I say unto thee, this shall go with thee,
All right?
the same shall go with thee.
If I say they can go with you, they going. If I say they can't go, send them home.
That's right.
We ain't got but 10,000, and here God is saying, we got to prove them. They come down to the water. Notice what happened.
So he brought down the people
He
unto the
brought
water.
down the people to the
And
water.
the Lord said unto
And
Gideon,
the Lord said unto Gideon,
everyone that lappeth of the water with his tongue,
everybody that take their hand and put in the water and put in their mouth, know what to do.
as a dog lappeth,
As a dog lap it,
him shalt thou set by himself.
you keep him. If they drink water, lap it with that, like a dog, keep him. But notice what it said.
Likewise, everyone that boweth down upon his knees to drink.
You know, that's a problem right there. You're not a good soldier. You drop the sword, drop everything, they fall down drinking water. I mean, you can get killed. While you're down on there drinking water in your belly, you get killed. But now I'm here to tell you, if you lapping water like a dog, you got a chance to look all around and see who is coming, who's not coming. So God knew exactly what he was doing. Go ahead and read.
And the number of them that lapped, putting their hand to their mouth, were 300 men.
Lord have mercy. We had 10,000, and now we ain't got but 300. 10,000, now we down to the number to 300. God said, we're too many. We got 300 now. Numbers do not matter with God.
Amen.
God don't never started trying to shed tears because he don't have a large number. See, God can take a little and do a lot with it. We just got to trust God to do what God said do. If God can open up a restaurant out in the desert with 2 fishes and 5 loaves and feed 5,000, we got to trust God to do what God said do. Here it is now, we done left from 32,000 down to 22, down to 10, and look what we at now. Go ahead and read and know what the Bible says.
But all the rest of the people
All the rest of them,
bowed down upon their knees to drink water.
go ahead and read.
And the Lord said unto Gideon,
The Lord said unto Gideon,
by the 300 men that lapped,
by the
saved.
300, that's all I need is 300. God said, I'm going to do it with 300. And that's what happened. God took 300 men and get them in the wall. Some things just too many. Brother, I'm going to tell you, if you look at the news, you had to say to yourself, there are too many young people getting killed. I mean, this is not what God wants, but it's something that's going on. There's too many young men and young women getting killed right here in our own community. There's too many. And it's time for me to wake up and say, look, I got to do all I can to help somebody. To help save some child. I mean, it might not be your child. It might not be your children's children, but I want you to know, it's somebody's child. They need somebody to help them.
Right.
And we got to get involved instead of just sitting back on the sideline and say, long as not having the men, okay. Too many. Not only that, there's too many churches in the world today. Whether we want to believe it or not, there's too many.
Yeah.
I mean, just like God told Gideon with too many men and there's too many churches today. Every time you turn around, somebody is going to some church. Somebody believing something that the Bible don't even say. It's just too many. There's something got to be done because we got too many churches. So, but Jesus never intended for it to be like this. This is not what Jesus wants. Jesus didn't want us to have all these different churches. That's sad. When you got some good people who've been taught wrong and believe the wrong thing.
Right.
See, when we look at it, Jesus always intended for it to be one church. But we got too many. And some people believe the more church you have, the better it is. Because they give everybody the opportunity to choose whatever church you want to go to. So, bro, anytime there ain't but one, We can't pick and choose.
Amen.
When there's number one or something, you either can accept it or you can leave it. You can't choose. Let's look at what Jesus said. Jesus promised in Matthew chapter 16. And this is what Jesus wanted. There's too many churches in this society today. Too many churches everywhere. And they're not pleasing with God. It's time for us to wake up and look at the scripture and say, I want to be what the Bible said be. I want to get in the church I can read about, I can find in the scripture. I don't want to be in something that's not even Bible. Just because it's there, that don't mean I want it. Men and women have always wanted something that God did not want. That's why we have so many different churches, because it was some man or some woman wanted it. But never noticed Jesus, man. In Matthew chapter 16, notice what the Bible says. We got to understand, verse number 18, listen to Jesus.
And I say unto thee,
Jesus is talking to his 12 apostles. He said, I say also to thee,
that thou art Peter,
Peter,
upon this rock,
upon this rock, I will build my church.
All right.
Now, if Jesus promised to build his church, then it shouldn't be but one church. It doesn't matter where you go. It should be one. It doesn't matter what color people are. Everybody's supposed to be in the same church. I'll tell Brother Bird now. I'm blessed. My wife, she went and bought me a new big lawnmower to ride. Edmar, Lazy Z. And I've had everybody lay the house and her grandson growing up. And I told when I get on my boat, I'm going to cut this lady grass. And I went home and got my mower, got back running. When I got out, I didn't ask her nothing. I had bad on the trailer, going to cut her grass. She came out to the bus, she stopped and said, nothing, I'm going to wait. I want you to know, before you cut my grass, I can't pay you. And I told her, miss, don't worry about the money, but your grass getting too tall. She said, too tall, but I can't pay you. She said, I want to draw a month's salary. Said, if you can wait till the third of the month, I'll pay you. And I said, well, that'll be fine. If you can, it's fine. If you don't, it's okay. So I cut her grass. About 2 or 3 weeks later, she called Kat and said, come around here and get your husband money. So I went back to cut her grass again. She came out and she stopped me again and said, before you cut the grass, I got something I want to ask you. She said, my sister and I, we've been sitting in the house and we've been talking about it. And I told her, when you come back, I'm going to ask you. She said, the place that you worship at, the church you go to, do they allow white people to come? Do y'all allow white people to come to that church? Something in the church, it don't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter how you build, how short, or how tall you might be, rich or poor. I mean, when you come to the church to try, you're welcome. Yes. Why? Because Jesus never intended for it to be but one church. Right. Yes. Jesus never wanted a church for white people. He never wanted a church for black people, dead colored people. Jesus said, I'm going to be in my church. Yes. And the church is made of all kind of people. It is time for us here at Easthaven to get out of this white and black stuff. It's time for us to stop walking over white people's neighborhood and don't stop. I mean, it's time for us to say, look, there ain't but one church. Right. I know it's sometimes, prejudice down in all of us. And I don't know if we're going to get prejudiced out. We got to get it out ourselves. And I realize all of us used to, when we go out and pass our flight, we get to the white neighborhood, we just skip right over. Yeah. But notice Jesus said, I'm going to be in my church. Yes. Jesus didn't build his church upon one color people. Right. His church is built upon everybody who accepts him and do what he said do. Right. Well, sometimes we look at too many. There's too many churches in the world today. Because so many times we don't realize with all these different churches, he called people not to have to do that with no church. Because you got Baptist saying one thing, Methodist saying something else, Pentecostal saying something, Jehovah's Witness saying something. I mean, we got too many.
Don't get started on Catholics.
Jesus always wanted us to be one.
Yes.
He never wanted Catholic to be. He never wanted Jehovah's Witness to be. He never went for Mormon to be. He never went for Seventh-day Adventist to be. He said, I'm going to be my church. And so, but I want you to know, there was a time here on this earth when there was but one church. The church of Christ was here on this earth, and it was doing good. It was like Jesus wanted it to be. But somebody else decided, we don't have enough churches.
Yeah.
It wasn't nobody from the street that did this. It wasn't nobody that didn't believe in God did this.
Right.
It was people in the church of Christ who did this.
Right.
Paul called for the elders in the book of Acts when he went to Ephesus. He warned the elders, beware. Of your own selves shall men arise, speaking perverted things, to draw away the disciples after themselves.
Yes.
Paul gave us a warning before he left the earth. In the church of Christ, people are going to rise, speaking perverted things, and going to change people. Somebody got too many churches. Jesus be a one. Now, if Jesus wanted more than one, he would have did it. But sometimes it's not what Jesus did, but it's what people did. It wasn't Jesus. I mean, Jesus never divided us. Jesus never wanted me to have all these different churches, but it was people. While I was in Matthew, brother Lord, let's walk one more book. Let's go to chapter 17. And I'm going to show you what men decided to do. But if we would listen to Jesus always wanted just one church. One church was enough. You know, it'd be so good. It was so good. Everybody was either a member of the Lord's church or they weren't a member of no church. You wouldn't have to go through all the trouble asking people, well, what religion are you? You wouldn't have to ask people what church you belong to. Because if there was but one, I'm either this or else I'm nothing.
Right.
But in Matthew chapter 17, notice verse number 7, know what the Bible said.
And Jesus came and touched them and said,
Well, start at verse number 1 and know what the Bible said.
and after 6 days, Jesus taketh
6
Peter,
days later, Jesus had already said, I'm going to be in my church. Here it is, 6 days later. Jesus taketh Peter,
James
and
his
John.
brother,
Go ahead, read it.
and bringeth them up into a high mountain apart.
Jesus carried his disciples with him up in a high mountain apart. There, his disciples there. Go ahead, read it.
And was transfigured before
The
them.
Bible said Jesus would change. He would transfigure. All right?
And his face did shine as the
His
sun,
face did shine like the sun.
and his raiment
His
was white as
raiment
light.
was white as the light. Jesus changed. Look what happened.
And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias
Look who
talking
here.
with him.
Moses and Elijah. Here you got that great prophet Moses, who had been dead for some years. Here he is, appearing in the cloud. Then, here you got this lawgiver. You got this great prophet Elijah. Here he appeared in the cloud. And notice what the Bible said.
Then answered Peter and said unto
Peter
Jesus,
said,
Lord, it
Lord,
is good for us to be here.
I mean, just to be able to see Moses, to see Elijah, it had to be a good feeling. You had to feel good because here's some guys here that been dead for some years. But now here they appeared in the cloud talking with Jesus. And Peter said, Lord, it's good for us to be here. So what I want you to know, every Sunday we come to worship.
Right.
It's good to be here. I mean, every time God allows us to be able to get up out of bed on Sunday morning, make our way out. Might not be feeling good, things might be going all right with me, but it's still good to be here. I mean, it's always good when you can lay all the stuff that's going on all week, lay it down. And come to worship. Because I want you to know there's somebody going to meet us here today. Jesus will meet us here long as we doing what he said do. He'll be here with us. And it's good to come to worship. It's good to come to worship when we had opportunity to be able to sing to God.
Yes.
It's good to come to worship and be able to give back to God.
Yes.
It's good to be here because we'll have opportunity to meet one another. You know, sometimes we don't get to see each other but once out of the week. We see each other on Wednesday sometimes, and sometimes we don't see each other on Wednesday. But then God bless us to live Sunday morning. It's good to be here. Everybody ought to be happy for Sunday.
Yes.
Everybody ought to be glad to come to worship on Sunday. Why? Because it's the beginning of a new week.
Yes.
And we ought to give God what's here. God always want to be first. And that's why he chose the first day of the week. You know, you feel sorry for the 7-day man, want to give God the 7th day. And all the days, when any other day of the week, get it to God. But God ain't never wanted that. God wanted the first day.
Yes.
And we meet him on the first day of the week. But Peter said, Lord, it's good for us to be here. Know what the Bible said?
If thou wilt, let us make here
Peter
3
said,
tabernacles.
if it's all right with you,
Yeah.
if you will, let us be a 3 tabernacle. And the brothers that did our meet let us know that he was written the Old Testament down, they ain't going to be but 1 tabernacle. But here Peter said, let us be a 3. You imagine, if God would have okayed Peter for 3, and he said he's going to be a 1, and here we are later on got over 1,800. Wonder what would have happened if he would have okayed Peter to be a little 3. Now, he didn't say I'm going to be a 1, and we got over 1,800 right here in America. Peter said, let us be a 3 tabernacle. 1 for you, 1 for Moses, 1 for Elijah.
Yes. Right.
Know what the Bible said?
While he yet spake,
While Peter was still talking,
behold, a bright
a
cloud
bright
overshadowed him.
cloud overshadowed him. All right?
And a voice out of the
The
cloud
voice out of the cloud
said,
said,
this is my beloved son,
this is my beloved son.
in whom
This is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased.
Yes.
Hear him.
That's right.
See, Gillen had to listen to God. As Christians today, we got to listen to God.
Right.
We got to do exactly what God said do. Well, now, 4 churches don't seem like it's been bad. Moses built 3, Jesus built 1, 4. But the cloud didn't say anything about Peter. It didn't say anything about Moses. It didn't say anything about Elijah. He said, this is my beloved son.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure that God loved Moses. Because the Bible said there had never been a prophet under greater than Moses.
Yes.
Whom the Lord knows face to face. I know God loved Elijah because Elijah did not take